Leo, this is Lost in Tarot. My name is Colette. If you've never viewed me before, Leo, this is going to be your general reading for the week of the 22nd through the 28th of April. Leo, this is just, I lost my train of thought. This is a general reading. Just take the pieces that resonate and just leave the rest. I'm doing this reading a little bit differently, so these readings aren't as long. I'm doing a 6-card spread, one clarifier, and one of the animal messages through the animal messages oracle deck, just to keep it a little bit shorter, um, and just to see how others like it. I already pre-shuffled the 2 decks. I still have to pre-shuffle this one. Leo, when I was meditating on your cards, I feel like I was getting the sense of you're like blowing something up, or you're blowing something down, you're blowing the doors down, or something like that. You're speaking your mind to like authorities, your bosses, someone in authority, maybe your parents for some of you, whatever this is, but you're not doing it in a inconsiderate or rude way. You're doing it in a very clear, understanding manner to where it really gets you some recognition, and it almost gets you some leadway to where some changes are being made, and it really benefits not just you, but it benefits maybe your company, or maybe it benefits everybody, maybe your department, or benefits everyone, maybe even your supervisors as well, because your ideas are really good and they really like what they hear from you. And I feel like you're feeling heard, you're feeling good. I feel like you also just received possibly some good news, and it's just making things a little bit easier for you. I was getting the Seven of Swords quite a bit when I did your pre-shuffle, and the Justice card as well. So I feel like if you were dealing with possibly a liar or a cheater or stealer, somebody who did you wrong, they are, I was getting the sense that they are getting their karma. You might not be able to see it, but I don't feel like they are doing the greatest, or they see you doing well, which doesn't make them feel great. You have the Seven of Swords right there. You have the Fool, you have the Seven of Wands, you have the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, you have the Four of Pentacles on the bottom there. You have the Five of Cups, you have the Two of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and you have the Queen of Swords on the bottom. I know that these cards are so light, and I'm trying to find just the right spot to put them where you can actually see them. I was excited about using these cards, but they're just so light now, I'm not sure how I'll ever be able to use them. You have the Wild Boar. Whatever tradition or others expect of you, only to yourself be true. The Wild Boar. And we'll read a passage of that towards the end. So you have the Fool and the Five of Cups. So you might have recently just taken this leap of faith, or maybe you're getting ready to take this leap of faith. And I feel like if you haven't taken this leap of faith, you might be a little bit hesitant to do so, because maybe in the past with some other jumps or chances that you've taken, risks that you've taken, they ended up not being, or maybe just things that you've tried, they turned out to be like the Five of Cups. They ended up not working out. But I feel like this isn't going to turn out like that. You're having some anxiety right now, possibly with something new. But just like in this Five of Cups in the traditional one, I know this is really late, but He's sitting there and he could be, maybe you just started something and you're like, oh no, what did I do? This could be in the early stages, and you could be trying to stand up, like I said, when I was meditating on your cards, because you might be getting some feedback and you have to stand up for yourself in a situation because there could be a little bit of hoops that you're jumping through. So you're feeling a little bit, maybe a little bit put down or sad about it currently, but things are going to work out. But you could be having a little bit of should have, would have, could have, because you're reflecting back to a time of what was. You're reflecting back to those 3 cups of what was. But you need to remember that the 2 cups behind you are going to lead to that castle. And the Fool is very carefree energy, and to just be positive. Now, the Wild Boy says, expect whatever others expect of you, only to yourself be true. And that's definitely what I was talking about when I was meditating on your cards. You could definitely be really, people could be pressuring you, whether this is at your job or your family. They could be saying, well, you really need to do this, or have you done this yet? And you really should be, you might be really embracing that Aries energy that we have with the eclipse. You might be really having to stand up for yourself. And you're not doing this in a rude way. You're doing this in a really just straight authoritarian way. And you're doing this just cool, calm, and collected, and people are respecting you for that. Next, you have the Seven of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. And the Seven of Wands is all about that standing your ground, exactly what I was talking about. You're standing your ground and you're trying to achieve this with that Two of Pentacles, that balancing energy. I feel like you're trying to do this balancing act. You might be doing this between work and family, or you might be trying to do this between your work, your health, whatever this is for you. You could be trying to balance money this way. Maybe somebody's trying to, maybe you're trying to put money towards your normal bills and your finances, and somebody's like, well, hey, I need, money for this. And you're like, look, I can't give you any more money for this. And it's just, however it's resonating for you. And they're like, well, you said you would help me with this. And you're like, well, I can't put any more out to you towards, this project, this wedding, whatever it is for you. But Seven of Wands is also about, you're standing your ground because you are in the right. You're not doing this because you're trying to be mean. You are taking the higher ground because you are in the right. Next, you have 3 9s here. Yeah, you have, no, 4 9s here. So you're definitely getting ready to cross over into the 10 to wrap something, go to the next level, going to wrap up something. The Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Pentacles you have twice, and the Nine of Pentacles is all about achieving a luxury lifestyle. I feel like some of you have really come a long way when it comes to your finances. Maybe you've just gotten a new promotion. Maybe you've just gotten a new position at work, whatever this is for you. Some of you could be doing some work on your home. Some of you could be doing some work on your home and it's taking a lot out of you with that Nine of Wands. The Nine of Pentacles represents the home, or it can represent an environment that you spend a lot of time in. It stands for a long period of time. The Nine of Pentacles represents a long period. I feel like this is something that you want to do what you want with that Wild Board card. You want to do what you want. It stands for independence as well, that Nine of Pentacles. You want to do what you want. You want to do things how you want to do it. And some people could be putting their 2 cents in with that Nine of Wands energy. You could be feeling a little hurt, that wounded warrior energy, but you're just going to keep doing what you're doing. You're going to keep pushing through. Do what you want to do. However this is, however that's resonating for you, whether this is in your job, whether this is in your home, whether this is how you take care of your life, how you take care of your home. Next, you have the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. Sometimes two sevens can represent those that fear or that negative mindset that's not really there, or it's there but it's not really existing. It's something that kind of keeps us trapped. With the Seven of Swords, that's all about that lying, cheating, stealing, but it doesn't have to be. The Seven of Pentacles is all about planting those seeds, and if it is something that we want to continue doing. Now, I feel like in a way for this might be something that you could be taking stock in. Could be looking at a project or an idea. This could really be something in a way where you've invested a lot of time in something, whether this is even just a mindset or a project or your job. I don't really feel like this is, maybe it's a job for some of you, but maybe you're just feeling like where maybe it was felt like it was being taken away before. Maybe you're using a little bit more tact in a situation. When I was saying how maybe you were dealing with a liar, cheater, stealer before, maybe you did feel like a lot of things were being taken from you. Maybe you felt like maybe you always felt like you were being cheated out of something. And maybe now you feel like things are starting to you're starting to see your garden, so to speak, grow a little bit. You're looking at it and you're starting to think, well, the garden's not dead, but it is growing. And I'm going to use a different way this time to watch it grow. I feel like you could be looking at your life, your garden, so to speak, metaphorically, and you could be thinking about different ways to nurture your project, your work, your garden, your life, your relationship, whatever that is for you. And you're going to be doing this quietly. The Seven of Swords, I always feel like this is a quiet card. It's a card of keeping things to yourself. Next, you have the Three of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. And that's what I was talking about the Three of Pentacles. You're receiving some recognition for the things that you're doing, whether this is in your work or your family. I feel like this is you standing up about talking about your ideas, and you're receiving recognition, but it's also about the Six of Pentacles is having a skill that other people don't have. It's also about having enough money now to not only just give, but also to receive. And I think that's in that card. You're not only having enough money, but you're also having enough information to give as well as to receive. You're passing that information along. You're passing ideas or passing ideas onto you. I feel like you're just being cooperative all the way around. You're being kind. You're being cooperative. Things are just being more balanced. And next you have the Nine of Swords and you have the Nine of Pentacles. Now, with the Nine of Swords, I feel like you could be having some anxiety about this new situation that you're in. And it could be because this is something that is a little bit unfamiliar to you. The Nine of Swords is about anxiety and somewhat of a they say it's a never ending nightmare, but it's something that we just have to break out of a comfort zone. And I feel like that could be what is a little bit difficult. The Nine of Pentacles that you have over here, it's all about your environment. And I feel like that's can be a little bit difficult. You're breaking out of something that's a little bit unfamiliar. So you're having some anxiety doing that. You're breaking out of a comfort zone. And it could be causing you a little bit of some anxiety because you've been in the same, I feel like you've been in the same environment, the same type of comfort zone for so long. And now it's starting to switch with that Nine of Pentacles. You've been doing something diligently for so long, and now things are changing, and I feel like it's changing for the better, but you're a little bit hesitant to do that. But it's all going to be for the better. Just give it a little bit of time, and you will adjust to it. Maybe a little bit more independence, which you're an independent sign, Leo, but this might be a little bit more task, a little bit more responsibility than you're used to. Let's see what this Wild Boar card says. The Wild Boar. All right, the Wild Boar. Okay. Whatever tradition or others expect of you, only to yourself be true. Jungle lore casts meaty wild boar as a banquet for others. But boar reverses the role of predator and prey, proving tradition wrong. If you allow society or individuals to dictate the part you play in life, constant friction between outer persona and inner desire will cause stress, deep unhappiness, and with time, coruscating resentment. If your role is a sham, then your relationships with others will also be false. Bohr counsels that you be true to yourself, so that you may in turn be true to others. If your role is a sham, then your relationships with others will also be false. Bohr counsels that you be true to yourself, so that you may in turn be true to others. If you allow society or individuals to dictate the part you play in life, constant friction between outer persona and inner desire will cause stress, deep unhappiness, and with time, coruscating resentment. So I feel like this is really saying exactly what the cards are saying to you, Leo. If others are pressuring you to do one thing and it's not what you want to do, or if you feel like things are not working out to how you want, take the leap of faith that you feel you want to do, or if you feel like if you're feeling like you're being boxed in, definitely definitely say what you mean. Definitely don't settle. Make sure that you're speaking your mind. If things feel uncomfortable, if things are making you not, definitely don't end a conversation where you feel like you have, I guess, lost or anything else. Make sure that you're speaking your mind, because that resentment definitely does build, I would say. I'm going to leave it there for you, Leo. Thank you so much for watching me today. Until then, definitely enjoy your week. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this reading, and I hope to see you at the next read. Thanks. Bye.